Okay, if you're watching this video, you're here for a reason. That reason is that you can't get your lug nuts off, and the factory lug wrench won't fit on your wheel lug nuts. So I'm going to show you how to fix that pretty easily, and I'll tell you the parts you need and how to go about it. So first off, you're going to need to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get you a Diablo 1-inch carbide hole saw and the mandrel that it fits on. And here's what the hole saw looks like mounted on the drill. And I'll show you what you need to do after you get that in your drill. Okay, so now you've got your hole saw mounted in your drill, and you come in over top of your lug nut and just start drilling. That's going to be hard to do with one hand here, but okay, so once you have your hole saw mounted in your drill, you're going to put it over top of the lug nut and just drill until you get all the way to the base of the lug nut. And there you go. The lug nut cover is off, and you've got a regular wheel lug nut that you can put a socket on. The problem is the factory lug wrench is 21 millimeters, and this lug nut is 20 millimeters. It's a little bit bigger than 19, so 19 won't fit on it, but a 20 will, or you can use a 13/16 SAE. So it doesn't take very long to do all of these, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. Now you will have to get the cap, which is inside your drill. You're going to need to get that out. So I use a pair of needle nose. You see it up inside there. So let me do that off camera and I'll be back. Okay, so I've done 2 of them so far. You can see this is what they look like. Just a piece of stainless steel that covers the lug nut. And these they swell up, and your factory lug wrench won't fit on top of these anymore because it's more like 22 millimeters. And if you get a socket on there that does fit, even if you drive it on, they just spin over top of the existing lug nut. So you want to get rid of all these things. The dealer's going to charge you a lot of money to do that, but you can do it with a hole saw in a matter of seconds. So I am going to finish the rest of these, and I'm going to go to Amazon and order some stainless steel lug nuts to replace these things. Hopefully they'll be 21 millimeters so that my factory lug wrench will still work. Okay, so here's an update. Instead of using a 1-inch hole saw, it's better to use an 1 1/8 hole saw. Because really what you want to do is just surgically go on the outside of this nut and cut away that shell, the stainless steel shell. And this is what it'll look like when you cut it off. It's just a little cap. But if that cap is on there, you can't turn the lug nut. This cap will just spin on the nut. So you can see it fits very poorly on there. So what you want to do is get your hole saw, 1 1/8, and stick it over top of the lug nut like this. Push it down against the rim, where it's actually, you're not against the rim, it's against the top of the lug nut. And just drill until that cap comes pops off of there. And you'll end up with, it'll look like these things. Now, previously, I said use a 1-inch hole saw, but I'll show you what that leads to. That leads to some damage on the outside of the lug nuts. You can see this one here. See how the corners are a little bit rounded off? That's not going to matter, and it's a lot more work. When the socket drags along the outside of this steel nut, it causes a lot of heat and wears out the carbide tips on the hole saw. So if you get one a little bit bigger than that nut, which is 1 1/8 inches, it works a lot better. So hope that helps. This is really pissing me off that Ford would do this, but I've ordered some new lug nuts from Amazon that are chrome plated steel, chrome plated, not chrome capped, like these stupid things. So hope this helps you. Good luck. And we have success. Takes about 15 to 20 seconds per lug nut to cut through these covers and take them off. So that's what they look like. Pieces of shit.